When I come to your table, this is what I want your board to look like. I want to have each person's name on one of these pieces. You'll notice the last piece is small, so don't put your name there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some people only have 4, so you only have 4 names. So when I get to your table, if your names aren't on it, then I'll skip to the next table. So put it somewhere in the center. You don't have to write it dark because eventually we're going to sand that off. You only need 1 clamp. So, clamp. When you do this, you want to see where the blade is. So if you're standing in a spot, like right now, I can't see the blade, then you have no idea where you're cutting. So you need to look to the side or over the top if you're tall. You don't want to saw like this or like this. And you want to have both of these down on the wood, so you don't want to have it like this, you want to have it like this. Just a trigger, like this. This will make it move up and down. If you just push it in a little bit, it goes slow, but we want it to go fast. We want to push it all the way. Once you get to here, you're going to stop it. Once the blade stops moving, then you're going to put it on its side. When you see me lift my hands off the machine, that means you're ready to put it down. You don't want to turn it on until these 2 pieces are on the wood. And you want to make sure that the blade isn't touching the wood when you turn it on. So he's going to have it back a little bit. So he's standing at the side so he can see where the blade's cutting. I'm going to have a hand here. And he's going to turn it on and cut. One other thing, someone at your table, so this doesn't fall to the ground, needs to hold it. Go. He's going to turn it off. As soon as I let my hands off, then you can put it on its side. Then, the next person, whoever that name is going to grab the person who just cuts glasses. I'm going to keep my glasses on, and then by the end of the period, everyone should have one of these. These are small enough that they will fit in your locker, but put these first and put everything else on top of it at the end of the period. This is where the patterns are kept. When you trace, you're going to trace it over on the counter and then put the pattern back here. Don't take it to your desk because some people will get lost. The one I was going to do today, or this time, is the shell. When you do this, you should have your name big and bold. You're going to trace it over here. When you pick your pattern, where you put your name, make sure it's there. Sometimes you have knots in your wood. Those are dark pieces of wood. If you're having maybe a lamp, see if you can line up the knot with the for the eye. Or if you're using a pig, try to get, I don't have any knots in mine, but try to use the knots as part of your project. Or if you have a knot in your project and you don't want it in your pattern, try to get it so it lines up so the knot is on the outside. That's what we're going to cut out. I'm going to do this one, trace this with a pencil. And just make sure you got it all traced